Geminis, I'm Maria Indigo Earth. I am here to do a general reading for you, our air signs. We're on air signs, Geminis. So good to have you here. Thank you for coming into the channel. Let's also welcome in your cross-watchers. Cross-watchers are those that are connected to you, could be in a relationship with you, intimate relationship with you, and are here to see what's going on in your reading, what's going on with you. So, cross-watchers, please feel free to swap around the energies as need be throughout the reading. And time is fluid. Anytime that you do come across this reading and you are drawn into it by the title, what's the time that you were meant to listen to it? Messages coming through for you, Gemini, should reflect some aspect of your current situation, doesn't have to reflect the whole thing, as well as and or an inner knowing. So take what fits. If it doesn't fit, don't try to make it fit. Just means the reading might be meant for somebody else this week. But for those of you that this does resonate with, I will have an extended at the end of this reading. We are going to dive deeper into your message by exploring the zodiac signs that come through. And those zodiac signs can be about intimate partnerships as well as and or background players, friends, family, extended family, blended family, cousins, siblings, best friends, colleagues, work associates, social media associates, for you or your significant other. And even if you don't know their zodiac sign, you will recognize their energies as I go through the zodiac signs in the extended. So just keep that with you as we go forth. Also note that today is the solstice. So in the northern hemisphere, this is the shortest day for sun. We will start gaining sunlight. I think it's like 1 minute every day now from now until June when we hit the summer solstice. And for those in the southern hemisphere, this is the longest day of sun. So good time for reflection, good time for setting intentions. I got my notes. Time for renewal, returning to the light, releasing what no longer serves you, rebirth, renewal, restructure. Good time to draw on those energies. Interpersonal reflection. So just keep that in the back of your mind throughout this reading because those energies do play a part in our existence here. All right, so this is for Gemini. Gemini. Our intellectuals, our communicators. Let's see where we go with you today. This is for Gemini. Moon, rising, and sun. It's for Gemini. Messages for those watching, please. Moon, rising, and sun. Moon, rising, and sun. All right, gems, here we go. So overall energy for the reading. We have the King of Swords. You are either making a judgment call on something that maybe you have been investigating or researching for a long time. This is something being made very, very clear to you. That's the overall energy for the reading. So let's find out what your energy is. We have strength. So that's that inner reserve, that inner courage, that confidence, the ability to move things forward, some sort of breakthrough. Let's see what your situation is here. We have the Ten of Wands. So something in your life has journeyed as far as it can go. It's been a long haul here, long haul. It's kind of come to a completion, whatever this is, or coming to a completion. But this is something that has taken a lot of time, a lot of endurance, a lot of heavy lifting. Come a long way. So let's see what the challenge is then. Well, the challenge is the Page of Wands. Follow your curiosity. That could be the challenge or the opportunity. So something here is coming to a close. Something here is coming to, it is a way of expression that is like how you've gotten to this far doesn't need to go forward with you anymore. And there's kind of like lightening up the load here. Like follow your curiosity. Something light, something easy, something airy, something fun, something creative. This is a new concept coming in for you. So let's see what the universe is working on with you. We have the Three of Cups. Find more joy in your life. Find more play. Creating more joy. Let's see how you got here. What have you been doing up until this point? How did you get to this place? We have the Eight of Swords. Gems. Some of you really know how to beat yourself up. Lighten up on yourself, right? I mean, this is about maybe not feeling worthy or maybe feeling like you just can't break free of something, but this really is about kind of like beating yourself up. Cut yourself a break. So what's heading your way then? Because this right now seems to me a lot of work. A lot of work and no play. Like always having to figure things out, right? Be one step ahead. Be aware. King of Swords is like very strategic. Always making the calls. Always like, you know, having to like navigate a situation with the best interest for everybody. This seems to me like it's been a heavy weight for quite some time. So what's coming your way? Three of Wands. This is making decisions, receiving insights that are going to bring in new possibilities for you. Setting your sights on something else. This is kind of an unveiling, like a unleashing. Believing in different possibilities. So let's see what your strengths are in this situation. Once this opportunity arises for you, well, opportunities is opportunities, Three of Wands. Like opportunities are coming in. So once this comes in, what are your strengths through this situation? Two of Cups, you know how to make alliances. You know how to make strong alliances. You know how to integrate. You know how to work together. I see this as like setting goals, people having the same intentions, and working together for like the common cause. So what are the outside influences in this then? We have the Eight of Pentacles. Could have something to do with your job, your career, work. What's the next steps for you? Believe in yourself. Believe in your hopes. Believe in your dreams. Believe in your aspirations. Know that you're heading in the right direction. So what's the deal here? What is this really all about? What's the big picture? The Emperor. Being a leader in your field. Being a know-it-all, Gemini. Because you are the communicators. But this is somebody who's got leadership abilities, somebody who's very strategic, very intelligent, somebody who's kind of like an expert in their field, knows what they're talking about, can give good direction. That's what this is all about. So how is it all going to play out for you? Aw, Ace of Pentacles, brand new beginning, brand new tangible beginning. Something beautiful is heading your way here. New concept, new way of being, new way of doing, new way of showing up in the world. New way of creating in the world. New concepts. So in some way, Gems, I see more play needs to come in here. lightening up the load a little bit, bringing in more play, thinking about new possibilities, new concepts, new ways of like showing up and manifesting. Because there's a lot of your what ifs are coming through here about you, that you are telling about you. There's a lot of untapped potential in here for you, gems. So let's keep going. Let's find out. So what is this Ten of Wands? Because this is your situation. Clarify the Ten of Wands for our gems, please. Oh, good. We have the Tower. Sorry, but for some of you, like this, carrying all this weight and doing all this work and like, you know, no play, it's time to kick that shit to the curb. Tower, abrupt change. Page of Swords. You're going to learn something new. This brings in a new path and new ideas. New things to learn, new things to conceptualize, new things to like communicate. And we have it with the Seven of Wands, which is going to put you at an advantage. It's going to put you at a point where you can see kind of like the bigger picture here. This is achievement. Sevens are about achieving something. So this is going to put you kind of in a place where you're almost untouchable. See how she's sitting on that bubble? And all those wands are like pointing at her and she's just, whatever, didn't matter. Or they could be clamoring to get her, you know, to get her to tell her secrets or how she's doing this or what she's doing, or he. And she's good. She's good. Not working hard, not like having to push everybody through, not having to give out all the information. So whatever this is in your situation that has got you where you're just very, very hard on yourself, you know, if this is like all work and no play, or this is just like you're always, you know, having to pick up the slack, pick up everybody else's slack, or clean up everybody else's messes, or, you know, just this is coming to an end. There is a lightness and airiness coming towards you. There's a breakthrough coming in here. Because you got two cards here that's sitting up here that has, you know, King of Swords. You see it all from a higher ground, and Seven of Wands. You're seeing it all from a higher ground. And you're not in it anymore. So let's see what the Page of Wands is. This is a challenge. Or your opportunity, however you want to look at it. But this is kind of like, this is a new path. Something that's a little more fresh, easy, curiosity, adventure, exploring. We have the Four of Wands. We have the Hanged Man. We have the Five of Swords. So I think the challenge for you, gems, is that this type of like trajectory or this type of path, Page of Wands, playfulness, exploring, carefree, not giving a shit, doing things how you want to do them. I think for you, this is not a staple. This is not something that you're used to doing. This is not something that's like, you know, a grounded type of stability or a grounded way of doing things in your life. And I think it throws you off. I think it throws you off. You're kind of like not quite sure how to handle the situation. But it's asking for a reversal, because the Hanged Man is like asking for a reversal, like a reversal of how you were doing things. And I think for you, it's, you know, how do I do that? Like, it's kind of like it's a battle for you in some ways. It's kind of a struggle. Like, you're not quite sure how to make this change. You know, is this a competitive change? Is this something that I have to do against other, you know, other players? Is this something that I can do on my own? How do I do this? What do I do? Like, I got a headache just thinking about it, right? Just annoyed. Because maybe being playful, being kind of more carefree, you know, being kind of more like saying no, or saying, I don't want to do that, or I'm not, you know, I'm not going to pick up the slack on this, or I'm not going to help pull the weight on this, or I'm not going to carry the emotional aspects of this. Because the Five of Swords can be about, like, just thinking about some of this stuff gives you a headache, a migraine. So let's keep going. Let's find out what this Three of Cups is. So this is what the universe is trying to work on with you. I also think for some of you, because the Five of Swords can be about playing the game as well, that there's just, you know, sometimes it's so ingrained and so programmed, it's just become part of a staple of our life, and we do it even though we don't even know it. And I think what's being required of it here is that part of that process of having to navigate through the system and, you know, play the game that's going on in the world, it's a heavy burden. It's hard. It's like, you know, everything out there tells you what's wrong with you, and it's hard not to stay out of that unless you can, like, unless you do like the other shamans and gurus do, and you go up into the mountains and you hibernate, right? So let's see what the Three of Cups is. We have the Page of Cups. Lighten up. Trying to get you to lighten up on yourself. Find more joy in your life. Six of Wands, right? Play, have fun. Mindset of overcome. You don't know, not overcoming, because that puts you back in the game of having to play the game. You're already there. You're already there. Six of Wands. It's already established. We have the High Priestess. Deep inside, you already know this to be true. You haven't found it yet. The inner strength. Because for you, Geminis, your inner guidance is what leads you forward. And you can't get to it because that, you know, the intuitive side of us is all about play. It's all about creation. The imagination is what leads you to build your inner knowing and your inner gifts, your inner intuition. Because that's all about what's unseen. Like, you have to imagine it in. You have to create it in. You have to, like, play with it and be with it. So let's see what can fade away here for you. What doesn't need to go with you here? Because the Page of Cups, too, is about imagination, creation, dreaming again, doodling, just being a little bit more playful with life. We have the Lovers. Give me one more. Oh, okay. Page of Pentacles popped out. So for the Eight of Swords here, we have the Page of Pentacles and we have the Lovers. I think some of you have, how you got here had a lot to do with relationships, because that's what we do here on this 3D planet. It's all about relationships. Everything's a mirror in our face, right? And I think through the relationships is how you have identified your worth, who you are, how you value yourself. And I think it's part of that has really gotten you into a place where your value is coming from what's outside of you or what's being mirrored to you instead of what you know to be true for yourself. And I don't know that all these relationships have been, maybe some of them, these intimate connections have been trustworthy, dependable, or reliable. But I think that you are trying to find a different way to renegotiate or relook at how you fit into relationships here. I think you figured some of that out already. Because ironically, you've got how you've mastered all this to this point is your connections with relationships. But one of your greatest assets is your connection in relationships. So let's see how this plays out for you. So let's find out what the Three of Wands is. So this is big decisions in the making. This is many possibilities being realized. This is, venturing out to bring in new possibilities, looking beyond, things being unveiled. This is what's heading your way within the next 0 to 3 months. So we have the Page of Swords. It has a Page of Voices on there, so I had to look at it twice. We have the Page of Swords. We have the Ten of Swords. And we have the Queen of Pentacles. So I think some realizations are coming in because you're learning something about how, what has kept you down, what has kept you kind of buried, what has made you, any kind of difficult situations that have ended, or there were necessary losses for necessary gains. I think you're going to start seeing the successes from that, right? Whatever has kind of had to be lifted away from as a burden, or accepted as a completion, or left behind, or anything in your life that kind of like was a bad situation that had to be ended. I think you're going to start seeing the successes from that. You're going to start seeing some of the benefits of it. You're going to see how it catapulted you, how it brought you up to the next level. Because maybe you haven't seen it yet. Maybe that's why it's like, you're beating yourself up about some things. And I think once you start lightening up on yourself, maybe looking at, some of these situations and having creating more joy for yourself, lightening it up, already know that you are established, even if you can't see it yet. It's coming. This is where your clarity and your understanding is going to come in, because it looks like there's been a lot of, you got the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Swords over here. There's been a lot of things that have been weighted in your life. relationships, situations, circumstances. There hasn't been a whole lot of time for you to just like enjoy life from the standpoint of moving through it very lightheartedly, playfully, experiencing things from like where you didn't have to unpack yourself out of it. And I think what's coming towards you now is some sort of realization that you're going to see why. And you're going to get it. You're going to understand it. You're going to understand why some terrible situations were there and had to end. And how really it sets you up for success. Because Queen of Materials is all about luxury, success. Give me one more on that one. She's sitting really, really good. It's a good place to be, gems. Give me one more on that, please. Abundance. That was the word. Abundance. Page of Inspiration. Things are going to lighten up here. So you got the Page of Wands here, and you got the Page of Wands in your challenge. And that's good, because that's connecting the two. So whatever is associated with the challenge of the experience that you are supposed to learn here is going to show up here really, really soon. And you're going to understand it. And you're going to be able to release a lot of this and just, you're going to start following your curiosity. You're going to start following your inspiration, and you're not going to be weighted down by other people's crap or other people's accumulated crap or whatever crap has been accumulated. That's getting blown up. So let's see what the Two of Cups is, because this is what your strengths are in this situation. We have the Nine of Pentacles, or the Nine of Cups. You're happy in relationships. You're happy when you're connected. These are your strengths. And we have the Nine of Pentacles. You feel very confident. You feel very independent. When you're connected, or you're connected in alliance, or you're connected interpersonally, you feel good. You feel like you're on top of the world. You feel like things are flowing, things are moving. You're in a good place emotionally, and you're in a good place in your confidence and your ability to like move forward through life. So let's see what the Eight of Pentacles is, and that's the outside influences. Remember, this is one of your strengths, and it's not a bad thing to have, right? It's neither good nor bad. It's one of your strengths that you can draw on. Connections are important to you, Gemini. So we have the World. We have the Five of Swords. So here comes that Five of Swords again. This could be connected to a job, or it could be connected to the people at your job, or what you do for a living. And I have change here. I have ending. And right next to it, I have change. Five of Swords. And I have the Knight of Swords. For some of you, you might have a message coming through here that has to do with your job. That might bring in some changes. This is going to be an outside influence coming in. And it's definitely going to make, I mean, you have ending and beginning here. And it's definitely going to make some changes for you. 5 of Swords. And it might be some changes that are a little bit, you're going to have to come up against some people, or you might have to like work with some unpleasant people that you really don't want to work with, or you might have to like kind of strategically move your way through this. But it's leading you to your happiness, because the next steps are to follow your inspiration, follow your dreams, follow your happiness. This could be a shift in positions. This could be a shift in your job. This could be, some of you could be leaving one job and going to another job. And I think the whole message for you, Gemini, is the career, the money, the financial situation, and the relationship situation aren't separated, right? They're kind of one and the same thing. So if you're, the feelings and the connections are what needs to be focused on here. So when you're in relationships that you feel confident and you feel happy, you thrive. And the same thing should be in your career, right? When you are in a career where you are building and connecting and you're happy, it builds your confidence and you thrive. It's one and the same. Because energy is energy, and money is just a source of energy. It's just like a tangible reflection of energy. Granted, there are those in power who put the value on it for us, but it's still energy, right? Movement. So we have the 2 of Cups. Again, alliances coming in. Important alliances, important connections, heartfelt connections, emotional connections. Whoa, we got the Empress. And we got the Sun. That's beautiful energy. All in all, the next steps for you, once this tower is blown up, once this tower comes in and there's been an abrupt change, because this is your situation. So if this is in a job or relationship, it's both one and the same for you, Gems. It's whatever is burdening you, right? Whatever feels of heavy weight and is keeping you in a position where you're not feeling, you're beating yourself up about some things. Whether it's, I'm not doing enough, I'm not good enough, I can't get there. It's, you know, or if it's a relationship, I'm not good enough for this person, I need to do more, I need to give more, I need to, you know, be the all in all. Whatever this is, whatever it is related to, the next steps for you are to focus on what makes you happy, inspiration. Focus on what makes you happy in both your relational and situational, what's very important to you. That which supports you and nurtures you and helps you grow in a way that is playful and light and happy and imaginable, that pulls on your inner creative knowings. Build your spirit, build your confidence. That's where you're going to get your nourishment, the Sun. That's where you're coming out to grow. That's where things are going to start becoming clear. And that's when this guy, the Emperor, the leadership qualities are going to come out of you. Some of you may have a connection coming in here. A new connection coming in. And something else, I think that has already been gone and past. there's going to be new life brought into this. Not new life from the past person, but a new relationship that is just going to kind of dissolve the past. There's a very light-hearted airiness here from a past that was burdened with heaviness, weightiness, like trying to carry an elephant uphill in a wagon. So let's see what the Emperor is here. Give us one more on the Emperor, because this is the overall Ace of Swords. Standing in your authenticity as a leader, and leadership doesn't have to be heavy, because what leadership does is it directs a person back to themselves. You're not taking on the energy or the traits of that person. Whether you're in an intimate relationship or you're in a job situation, right? A career situation. For you, Geminis, your leadership ability and your communication skills has something to do with your struggles and how you beat yourself up in both relationships, and it kind of flowed over into your job situation as well, because it's leading people back to themselves. It's not taking on the burden for them. So in other words, you're not telling people what to do. You're bringing them back to their authentic selves. That's the leadership quality that you've got coming in. How do I explain that? It's it's allowing people, it's like this, like people come in to see you or people meet you and they got a whole lot of baggage. It's like, what's that famous artist who chipped away at like the statue until he could get to like what the form was. So it's chipping away all the bullshit that doesn't belong there, removing it so that the aspects of the lightheartedness and the playfulness of you can come out. That's what you're leading other people to by your own example. That's where this new beginning is coming in. Because the trudgery and the drudgery is getting blown up for you. And you're definitely going to learn something new that's going to send you at an advantage point. First step is to stop like hammering yourself. There's so many aspects coming in. It's like so many tributaries are coming into this from different angles in this reading to like blend into the one that's going to flow down the river straight ahead, you know, in ease. So give me one more on the Ace of Pentacles, please, and then we will look through everybody that's showing up here for you. Because this is a brand new path, gems. Aww. Ace of Inspiration. Ace of Wands. You got the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, and you got the Chariot. Things are moving forward. Things are going to be pushed forward. Ace of Pentacles, brand new tangible beginning. Ace of Wands, something spiritual, something ingenious, something only you can do. Something that is on your path for you to do. Something that's going to bring out the lightheartedness and the creative aspects of you. Enough of this like heavy weighted stuff. It is bothersome and it does give people a headache, right? And it mucks you up. It stops you from moving forward. And it takes strength. Some people think that it, you know, strength comes from, you know, working hard and doing, you know, help carrying people through and, you know, carrying that that wagon up the hill with that elephant in it. Let that wagon go. If the elephant wants to get up the hill, the elephant will figure it out for themselves. And then you need to figure out why you were going up the hill trying to carry that elephant with you. And what's at the top of the hill? So lighten your load, gems. Lighten your load. All right, so here's what we got coming in. I've got Cancer, Pisces. I've got Scorpio. I've got Leo. I've got Pisces again. I've got Gemini. I got Aquarius. I got Leo. I've got Taurus and Libra. I've got Aquarius again. I've got Aries. And I've got Cancer. So I'm going to look at those for you in the extended. For those of you not going on, I'm going to get a guidance card to you. This is from the Essential Oils Healing Deck. So some kind of essential oil you could use if you want to. Remember, never use these topically on your skin. If you want to use it topically on your skin, you need to dilute it with a carrier oil. Almond seed, coconut, jojoba, some sort of carrier oil. We got lavender, soothes and supports. Lavender has been in use for almost 2,500 years. The ancient Egyptians and the Arabs used it for mummification and perfume. In Roman times, a single pound of lavender flowers cost the equivalent of a month's wages. These flowers have been used for cooking, scenting the air, and infusing water in Roman baths. Lavender is a powerful natural remedy to help alleviate anxiety and depression. One study even found it to be slightly more effective than antidepressants. Lavender essential oil can help to alleviate sadness that sometimes blankets our being. In Chinese medicine, lavender affects the heart meridian and the body, which soothes and supports the body's energy system, particularly on the chi, your heart, and your liver. Lavender essential oil helps maintain balance in your emotions and eases your nervous tension and panic. It assists in soothing trauma, improving your ability to express yourself after trauma, and releasing mental and emotional patterns that may keep us stuck in our life or in past experiences, all of which make a great addition to almost any healing program. It can promote greater emotional and spiritual consciousness, peace, love, and an overall sense of well-being. Lavender essential oil can also help us better express ourselves so that we feel heard. It can also be used for anxiety, bug bites, burns, colic, eczema, fatigue, hay fever, headaches, hives, hypertension, infections, inflammation, insomnia, migraines, nosebleeds, panic attacks, restless sleep, rheumatism, scars, stress, sunburn, teeth grinding, and wounding. Lavender is probably one of the most beautiful essential oils. It can pretty much be used just for about any type of emotional healing or emotional support. So, all right, Geminis, for those of you going on, the link is in the description box below at the extended. I'll see you over there. For those of you not going on, may the peace that passes all understanding embrace the essence of your being. Until next time, bye-bye.